Welcome to Pour and Power, where bourbon meets business and no story is off limits. Every episode, we invite a kick-ass Kentucky woman to sit down and spill the tea, or in our case, the bourbon, on the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of being a business owner. Real stories, raw conversations. Think of it like therapy, only with more laughs and a double shot on the rocks. We'll talk about the struggles, the sleepless nights, and those what was I thinking moments. But don't worry, we're also here for the big wins, the breakthroughs, and the success stories that make it all worth it. She's pouring out her heart. We're pouring the bourbon, because sometimes you just need to sip, sit back, and laugh at how wild the ride really is. Pour and Power Podcast. Grab a glass and join us.
Welcome back to Pour and Power. This is going to be episode 9 today, and we are going to have a little update about what's been going on with Bourbon Boss Babes and what we're doing with the rest of the year and what you can expect from us in the future. So, we have Valerie over here, the vice president,
Always.
the cuckoo with the moo-moos. It's her.
So, if you guys have not known, you probably did not see it on social media. Ash has been in the hospital. Thankfully, she's back out. But you know, that girl, she has those Crohn's flare-ups and sends her right into that hospital.
Yeah, it's been a little unfun. So, little update with that. Give you all a little update. After I had my twins, the medicine that worked really good for my Crohn's, I developed an antibody for it, so it doesn't no longer work for me. So I've been on this journey of trying to find a Crohn's medication that will lower my inflammation rate of my Crohn's so that I don't have to have surgery. Well, for the last 4 or 5 months, I've been on a shot, which is self-administered at home, and no big deal, just a shot. So I was not feeling very well, and I wasn't feeling well not in a normal part of where my Crohn's acts up. So normally my Crohn's acts up in the ileum, which is what connects my large intestine to my small intestine.
Okay.
And that's where it's always been. But this time it was up high in my stomach area and on the right, so they were concerned about a gallbladder. I already had my gallbladder removed. So they were worried about if I was having appendicitis or something crazy. So they did a CAT scan, all of that, went to the hospital, and my Crohn's is so inflamed that it is attacking my other parts of my body. So as of when I was at the hospital the second time for last week, and they admitted me, it was attacking my pancreas. So your pancreas has to do all with your insulin. And it's causing my blood sugars to read low, and when I do them like on a regular just machine, but when I do my blood work that they send off, my blood sugars are always high. But then when they do my A1C, my blood sugars are always in the normal range. So it's attacking my pancreas and making it do funny things. And then it's also attacking my appendix, which just makes me feel nauseous and sick, and I don't really eat very well. But it's also new. This is now attacking my ovaries. So it caused,
What do they do for that?
So to be honest, they don't do a whole lot for Crohn's because it's not a curable disease.
Yeah.
They always give me the medication, and they'll give me, basically they let me lay in the hospital for a few days and do a water diet, a liquid diet, and they try to control the pain with pain meds, and then they'll start like steroids through an IV to kind of jumpstart healing.
Yeah.
Because that'll get me out of my flare-up. The steroids will get me out of my flare-up, but you can't be on the steroids for like long-term, because long-term they can cause a lot of damage. So we're just in a little bit of a boat right now. I got my new medicine called in, and I should have it back tomorrow. The only thing that I'm really concerned with is the fact that I've already taken this medication before,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, it made me feel better, but it made me gain 115 pounds.
Oh.
So I'm a little worried about that, but my doctor basically looked at me and was like, hey, would you rather your Crohn's be okay and you're not hurting, or would you rather gain weight? And I was like, well, to be a matter of a fact, I would rather my Crohn's hurt because I have 4 young kids. I mean, Dixie's not young, she's young. All my kids are pretty much young, go outside, play, and I don't have time to lay in bed and hurt.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how it goes. And my next step, if this does not work, is to change doctors and get a second opinion. When I was at the hospital and I was in a lot of pain, it felt like my organs were contracting. And they were like, we need to do surgery, but we won't touch you because you have so much inflammation in your body. So that's where we're at for there. I'm working on the road of recovery. If it don't look like I'm struggling, I promise I am. It's hot, and I'm hot, but it's been going, and we're working on it. So
Are you able to eat anything?
barely. I had chicken broth for dinner last night, and I had an applesauce today for breakfast. And I think I'm going to attempt some more chicken broth when I get home. I know what my safe foods are now. I'm not playing around. Like, they used to be like eggs. I could eat eggs and be okay. Like pepperoni and cheese was my favorite snack. I can't even eat my safe food right now. It's so inflamed. So I'm basically, she gave me a list of foods that help like reverse that. Like they help with like lowering inflammation in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing a lot of those, but the problem is that most of the ones that help you lower the inflammation in your body, I can't take because I have Crohn's disease. I can't eat them because I have Crohn's disease.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a teeter-totter, but we're working on it, and it can only go up from here. So
Ashley's over here on the liquid diet, and Valerie's over here at the Wendy's getting the
I
ghost
was-
pepper saucy nuggets.
I was so upset to watch you eat food. Like, you have no idea. I'm like, Valerie, you know I'm not eating, and I'm throwing up on myself for no reason.
Oh. I hate it. I hate it. I really do.
It's mostly the mornings. It's like I'm pregnant again. Like, the
Oh,
mornings
Lord.
are horrible. The mornings are horrible, and then I'm usually pretty good until I go to get ready to lay down. But it's moving forward, and it's going where it's going. And in case you all didn't know, like, I also moved.
Yes, she did move. She moved back home to the foul mouths.
No.
She's gonna say it's something else, but I
Because
say
it's not Falmouth, because it's Williamstown is the address. It's the address. So I won't go into complete detail, but it just wasn't. I think that God was trying to tell me that I'm not making enough noise in Georgetown.
There you go.
So he's sending me up north to shake some stuff up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some, some
And-
big news that we got for
And
you
you
guys.
know that, it's September 30th. So, I always tell Ash, come the first, we
Look,
gotta make noise,
We
right?
gotta make the new news every month. This is the thing. For the last, all the months, at the last 3-4 days before the month is over, this is her question. How are we gonna make noise next month? So, we figured it out for the rest of the months of 2024. I'm gonna be utilizing my move to really get started on our nonprofit. So our nonprofit, we have decided that it's not only going to be about, our business ladies. We also want to help other Kentucky women that don't have a voice right now. But that is going to cause a couple of changes with Bourbon Boss Babes and just how we're doing things. Number one, me and Valerie are going to get a little more limited when it comes on our meetings. Don't get us wrong, we're going to meet with you anytime you want to meet with us. If you're going to want both of us, it's going to be pretty limited. It's an hour drive for me to get to Frankfurt. I don't mind it, but it's a lot. So I'm going to try to utilize where I'm at to really get our nonprofit up and going. I'm going to start our trial bits in order to get some testimony and just really try to get it a foundation poured so that we can build good walls
Yes.
for it. So don't think that we have forgot about you, because we surely have not. And we may have some limited time, but we're still going to be out there doing everything we normally do. I do want to let you know that our official purpose for our Bourbon Boss Babes Corporation, which is now a nonprofit, is that we are going to empower Kentucky women facing domestic violence, poverty, and other challenges by providing the resources, support, and opportunities they need to build a secure and hopeful future for themselves and their families moving forward. So me and Valerie just really, we love our business ladies, but we want to help these ladies that don't have a voice. And we're going to do that by utilizing our collaboration with our Bourbon Boss Babes that run businesses.
Yep.
And we're going to be out there. I can't tell you what that all will look like now, because we're still in our opening funds of everything and looking in, but we do have a board of directors formed, ready to go, and we should be, voting on our bylaws by the end of the week or so. But this is where you guys come in. We could really use your all's help to raise some funds. And this is where I will step away and let Valerie talk, because I don't like to ask for things.
So, as you all know by now, this podcast is wrapped around women entrepreneurs of Kentucky. They sit down, they tell their powerful story as we're pouring the bourbon, right? So they're talking about the obstacles that they're faced with business and life and how they overcome them, right? But we've decided that for October, since it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, that we are going to take it another round. So we're sitting down twice a week with a woman that is a survivor, and she is telling her story. And Ashley came at me with like, what? Why are we doing 2 episodes a week? We always
Because
do
she
one.
wants me to work harder.
No, that is not it. It's because I feel like the more stories that we have,
The more people we can help.
yes, and the more that it gets out there, like, people are going to be like, hey, this does need to stop. Like, these men, under no circumstance should they ever lay their hand on a woman, right? But some of these women, just the things that they go through, they should never have to go through that. So if their story can get out there and it can help a woman see those first few red flags, because we all know, like, I've been doing some interviews and they all start the same. They all start with that narcissist behavior, right?
Really?
And it's all emotional abuse, and then later on it turns to physical. But some of them don't turn to physical, I've seen. A lot of them stay in that whole narcissist behavior because they can be as mean as they want, they can say what they want, and they can grab those women really hard, but at the end of the day, they're not beating them, so therefore they don't have the bruises to show. But if they're emotionally and verbally abusing them,
It's
they
abuse.
they can't show that out there.
I know.
Right? They have to
I
talk
know.
about it. And these women, they don't want to talk about it because they feel embarrassed. They don't want people to judge them. So I feel like the more that we get it out there, if women can see, hey, this is how it starts and it's not going to change, right? Like, it's going to get worse. And they always say, like, okay, it gets really bad, but then they straighten up for the next month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
It's called the
months.
honeymoon phase.
And then
And it can happen over
Exactly.
and over and over again.
Yes.
And I can't wait until these episodes come out, because I really want to look at them and look at the red flags that maybe I didn't see.
Yeah.
You know, because I know you all know I'm a big advocate when it comes to domestic violence. I've been through that, and it wasn't the greatest time in my life, and it was the only time in my life where I felt weak.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't do anything for myself, and I've always been a strong, independent, work 3 jobs if I have to take care of my kids type of person.
Yeah.
But that was a different experience, so I'm really interested to see how other people like really change their character.
And it's sad because like these women that got out that have a great life right now, like they say looking back, like, man, why did I not see those red flags? But you're just so oblivious to it. Like you don't think they're red flags because you know this person you married or you're in this relationship with, you guys took vows. You're supposed to love each other, right? And that's not love.
And I really think that physical violence is that tipping point. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Where you really start to like, God, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Like this is an unsafe situation for me. But, you know, that should never minimize these people that are going through the mental and emotional abuse with their significant other, because it is just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah.
It is, you know, I would be the first to say I'm very strong, independent, you know, like I would tell him I would rather you hit me.
And that's what one said.
I would rather you hit me than downgrade me like you do.
Yeah.
Because it hurts worse.
Yeah.
It's
And
true.
I'm not gonna let any of the snippets out. Like you'll have to come and
You're gonna have to come and watch.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch the podcast. And as of right now, we only have one that is off camera that she did not want to share, you know, her face on camera due to she wants to stay protective, right? She wants her privacy hid because
I fully understand.
he has a good name. He has money. His family has money. He has multiple businesses.
It's really sad because in most of these instances, these people aren't in jail. If they
Exactly.
did any time at all, they did very little. So
Or none because
none
they
because
have the
of
money.
anything. But so we respect their privacy and wanting to stay off camera,
Yes.
but still want to show their story. So I'm glad that we're able to do that.
And I love that one episode's going to come out and she is going to tell you how she got out of the situation, how she set herself up like 3 months in advance. So when she was ready, she left and
She was good to go.
She had a fully furnished house sitting there waiting on her.
I love it. I love it. That's a plan.
It just gives
It
me
gave me goosebumps too.
Oh my God.
Because that's hard. That's hard, and you know you gotta keep that a secret, and you gotta
Exactly.
you gotta work things behind, because you know these men, they're getting on your phones to see what you're doing. They're listening to conversations when you're around them. Like you're having to figure this stuff out while they're at work. Or man, it had to be hard for her. And I'm, Lord, thank you for like keeping an eye on her and getting her out of that situation, because she deserves it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I love that, you know, we're taking this month to get the word out there about domestic violence. But also, today's the last day, because you all know that we're doing a charity event November the 9th. So it's to unmask domestic violence. It's a masquerade for a cause over in Harrisburg. And the tickets go off sale today. So if you have not got your tickets, they are on sale just for today. Today's the last day. So you may want to go ahead and purchase those, because come tomorrow, they're going to go back up to regular price, okay? So the sponsor tables, if you want to sponsor a table, all you have to do is get on our website, bourbonbossbabes.net. You can click either on the link to sponsor a table, you can click on individual tickets, or it's set up for couples tickets too, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So all those are on sale today. So go click those, whichever one you want. And of course, you know, if you want to sponsor a table, yes, do that, because not only are we shouting you out on all platforms, but you know, you're also going to get your name put on all the tables, and people's going to know your business by the time they leave there that night, right? Which is great. Plus you're supporting a cause, and it's a tax write-off, so why the hell would you not do that, right? So do that, get your tickets, come. Of course, we're having all the good food, all the good drinks. There's a photo booth. There's going to be a DJ with a lot of dancing.
We have a live auctioneer coming.
Yes.
And she's a lady.
Yes. So if you want to donate items to be auctioned off, we are accepting those too. You can just click Messenger and you can send us a message and we can work something out. Or you can email us, and you can email me or Ashley, but I think it's easier if you just email bourbonbossbabes@gmail.com. Yeah, because we both get that one. And going forward, like Ashley said, you know, turning it into a nonprofit so we can help those women. We're looking ahead. So our goal is to start getting storage units.
We're going to start with our foundation.
Yes.
So our foundation is going to be moving around, getting some testimonial. I'm going to be out there helping some ladies in my little area, and, you know, getting their stories and getting some content, getting what we need, because we want to apply for the correct grants to be able to make this go far.
Yes.
We are hoping by the middle, so foundation should be laid by 2025, no later than February, March.
Yeah.
So then I'm hoping by June or July of 2025, we will have our first location.
Yes. That's our
Physical
goal.
location.
Yes. But like
But we don't want to stop there.
No.
And I'm hoping that by the end of 2026, yes, 2026, yes, that we are in multiple counties all over Kentucky.
Ashley's trying to set me up for a bunch of stuff that I just don't know about yet, right?
Right now, you know, we can always use help too. So if you are, you know, like we are, and you're all about empowering our Kentucky women,
Yeah.
making sure they have a voice, come talk to us. We'll tell you how you can help us, how you can get involved with the nonprofit, become an intern. Any young girls who are interested in things like that. Nonprofits are great resume builders. They look great on college applications.
Yep.
You know, we're more than welcome. You know, you're more than welcome to come on, and we'll take any help we can get. We're not going to be picky over here.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. By the end of 2026 is that we have multiple locations and multiple physical locations in different counties throughout the state of Kentucky.
Yes. And one thing I forgot to say is, like, all of the profits from this charity event is going to go to Greenhouse 17 out of Lexington,
Which is a domestic violence shelter for men and children. No, not for men, for women and children. And me and Valerie, we got to tour the ground, and they have a beautiful garden that they use to bring food to their table, and they put their girls to work, and you know, they make candles and beautiful things that they can sell to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a beautiful thing. And
But it's going to be right there at the beginning of Christmas by the time they get this money.
And this was our favorite part, was that during Christmas, they do a little Santa's workshop, you know, in one of their conference rooms. They set up for the kids, and moms can come in there and they choose a gift for their kids, and they can wrap them up and surprise them. But I'm going to let Valerie tell you what our favorite part was, because this is even more like something we were really excited about, and it's what we want our money to go to.
So the kids, they set this whole room up for more or less like women gifts, whatever they get donated or whatever they use their money to buy. And the kids get to go in there and they get to shop for their mom. and then they get to wrap the presents. And if they can't wrap them because they're too little, then someone will help wrap them. So they get to give their mommy a gift come Christmas morning, so she's not left out, right? Makes you want to cry, right?
It makes me want to cry because I can remember that first Christmas that we left, and I didn't have the money for great things for Dixie. I only had one kid at the time. I couldn't imagine having 4 kids, trying to get away from that. But I think she had like a couple of things under the tree that my local DV shelter helped me get, and I felt so miserable because it was just not the Christmas I wanted for her.
But I bet you she was happy.
She made me a handmade card, and I still have it.
Yes.
It's the best homemade card. It has my tears on it.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
I swear. It was all I needed. She made me a handmade card and said that I was not alone in the world.
That's sweet. So our goal is to sell 175 tickets. Our goal is to raise $15,000 because we feel like $15,000 is a good chunk of money to buy Christmas presents for these kids and for the moms.
Yes.
So of course, you can donate on our website. You can also go to our Instagram account and you can donate off there because we've set up a fundraiser on our Instagram account, which I had
Super cool. I didn't
no
even know
idea.
you could do that.
Me neither. I was playing around with that one night and I was like, what the hell is this? Let me go ahead and just put this stuff in here and see if this works. Sure enough, it did.
I think that's crazy.
So I was like, yes. And then I found a couple more websites that help get charity events out there. So I put it on there too. And, we're really just wanting to help those women and those kids because Christmas time, yes, it's wrapped around Jesus and, it's not about the presents or the money or anything. But you know what? I feel like if you're a kid and you've been in that kind of home, seeing that, listening to that, like...
We weren't allowed to celebrate Christmas.
Really?
My abuser was, he he didn't believe in God.
Okay.
And he worshiped the devil. So we weren't allowed to have Christmas trees or go to church.
That was one red flag right there, y'all. What the fuck was she doing?
Not what I needed to do, that's for sure. I didn't know until I was young and naive, Valerie. I was young and naive, and he didn't talk like these Kentucky boys. And I thought he was going to be different. And he was different. He made a real impact on my life. Showed me exactly what I don't need in it.
Oh, Lord, help us. So, I feel like if you want to come and buy a ticket, that's great. If you want to donate money, that's fabulous. But you can also donate gifts. So, just think if you was a mom in that kind of situation, you didn't have too much of anything. Like, what would be something that would just, really light you up to open up on Christmas? And, Ashley's big thing is self-care baskets. And I'm like, yes.
Because they're so much fun. You can make them so different.
Yeah.
Self-care baskets. And one gift I never turned down?
What?
A throw blanket. You know how many throw blankets I have? When I started to travel a little bit, my goal was to have one throw blanket from everywhere I've been to.
Yeah.
I gotta find something else to collect because I don't care. I don't care. I separate them and then every couple months I put some new ones out. But I have so many throw blankets, and I'm actually gonna go through them, and I think I'm gonna give some to the homeless.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
I really enjoy a throw blanket. I feel like other women do too.
Yes.
And fuzzy socks.
Yes. Like anything.
It's just the small gestures that women love.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people don't notice that. So we're really gonna come for those ladies and make sure that they get what they need this year.
I think I love the self-care basket, but I feel like I want it wrapped around I I want chocolates in there too, right?
I want
the
a-
snackies.
I want a chocolate that I can eat in a bubble bath with my bath bomb
Yeah.
and my mask that gets cool, you know. And that little rolly thing that you're always talking about. What are those called? Those little weird things you do.
She's not talking about the rolly thing. She's talking about the goose shot. You should see us. So when we're up late and we're having our meetings and
Valerie's goose shotting.
talking about the things that we need to do, you know, I break out my little goose shot because, you know, usually I'm just out of the shower and I'm sitting here with the oil on the face and I'm just going to town. And Ashley's over here like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, you're 33, honey. You don't know nothing about this shit. Wait till you get to 40. And then I'll come at you with the goose shot. And she's like, yeah, look at this skin.
Look at this.
And I'm like, look at these fine lines. Oh
You
my
just gotta
goodness.
not care, Valerie. It's fine. Look like a crow sometimes. It's okay. It's fine.
And then, you know, you got the bags. But I say, you know what? I wouldn't have those bags if I didn't have kids. So,
I know that's where mine's from.
you know, I'll take those bags for them kids.
I will too.
I will. I will.
They're
Every
cracking
day.
me up. They found their new country life, and it's been hilarious. 2 of them loves dirt. They just
Wow.
roll all up in it. They don't care.
That's good.
They were having a balloon fight when I left
That's good.
with their pappy.
That's good.
A lot of you don't know, so my dad does not have toes from diabetes, so he don't get around very quick. You know, he's in a wheelchair, and if he does walk, he's walking slow. But they're just throwing balloons at him, and he don't care. He's just happy about it because they're there and they're smiling and laughing. So
But you know what?
It's been good.
That dirt is the best medicine for kids.
It's been the best medicine for me.
It's
I'm
good.
not gonna lie. It's been like a real. And anyone who doesn't know, like, stress is a huge, big thing that helps your Crohn's be active.
Mhm.
I moved out of my stressful situation, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's been so calming and it's been so relaxing, and I don't have to continuously worry about people that I shouldn't have to worry about, and it's been really great. So
That's good.
I think it's exactly not only what the kids needed, but exactly what I needed,
That's good.
and I can breathe there, and I feel safe there because it's home.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
That's good. That's good. Let's see.
Oh, let's talk a little bit about our board of directory.
Okay.
Is it called board of directors?
Board of directors. Yes.
Guys, you know I'm trying hard. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about our board of directors with our nonprofit. Our nonprofit is still going to be based around Bourbon Boss Babes because guess what? We are officially official. And not only have we trademarked, registered Bourbon Boss Babe, the name, and Pour and Power, the podcast, the logos as well.
Yes.
So that's something that me and Valerie have been kind of keeping secret. We wanted to make sure that it was all good to go before we let the cat out of the bag. But we are officially Bourbon Boss Babes. It's ours.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Which is a good
It's
thing.
officially our name. So here we go, Bourbon Boss Babe Corporation in all the major cities in Kentucky. Come soon, because Valerie won't let me stop. So, board of directors, president is me. I voted for myself. We got Valerie, who
As
is
the
vice
cuckoo.
president. She's our vice president.
She's
So
the coup.
me and her will be doing all of our executive. We are the executive committee. Oh, that's not fancy.
Look at you.
I know, but we brought 2 very great people in
Yes.
that one has been with us since the very beginning. He's supported us since day one.
Yep.
And one came in screaming and hollering and fighting. But you know what? She empowers women just like we want her to empower women. So we had to bring her along. So if you all are out there, number 1, we got Hannah Spears,
Mhm.
which is going to be our secretary.
Yes.
and she is out of Danville, Kentucky.
Yes.
She sells
15. Yep.
And she has a lot of great testimonials when it comes to the products she sells in her group. So if you're not in her group,
Yep.
I'm gonna tag it below. You guys get with Hannah because they got some tremendous testimonies for that. I have to say, it's been like, it's kind of great to watch.
Yeah.
I'm actually really thinking about adding it with my medicine and my diet
Yeah.
because it's very natural, she
Yep.
was telling me about. And it shouldn't cause me to get bloated or anything with my Crohn's. So I'm actually going to get with her and get my first month.
And it helps with that brain fog.
Bro, I have that brain fog. That brain fog is real. I didn't even remember we were supposed to meet today. So, Secretary Hannah Spears, shout out to you. But then we have the one, the only, Lincoln, is it Nichols?
The bougie.
The bougie. No, we're calling it's Twistedly Bougie Hair is what she owns.
Yep. But she's bougie.
She's bougie. She platinums. She specializes in platinum hair, but don't let that fool you because she can take a head of hair and do some things with it. And when we met her, she was telling us about her collaborating with domestic violence shelters and hospitals and anything she could really do just to not only, wasn't even worried about getting her name out there, just about helping a woman,
Yeah.
empowering a woman. And
I have to say, my favorite thing about her that I absolutely love is that, and you know, there's a lot of autistic kids out there.
yes,
And they can't get haircuts because they don't like the sound of the scissors. They don't like the sound of the clippers. I am telling you right now that
She's
if
the one.
you cannot get your kids' haircut, you need to call Lincoln because
she's not going to give up on them.
She is the one that will sit there. If they need just to sit there and talk to her for 10 minutes, or if they need to sit there in her chair for 2 hours.
She's got it.
You know, you just have to tell her, like, hey, my kid is autistic and I really want him or her to get their hair cut. And she will block out a big space just for that kid.
She really will. She is such a kind heart,
Yes.
such a beautiful soul, and I'm so glad that we have her because she has so many ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those girls who may not know someone, but she knows somebody who knows somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And like we're finding that out, and it's been really great. So Lincoln is going to be our treasurer, and that makes up our 4 board of directors.
And if you want to get to know her more, just go back and watch her
Watch her
episode.
podcast. She's
Yeah.
also been through an abusive situation and having to get away from domestic violence. She also deals with a great deal. Her son has went through a lot of trauma,
Yeah.
and he's currently dealing with that. And she's an advocate for any mother who feels like they haven't had the resources to help their kid. And you know, I'll be
How
the
the
first
system
to
treated her.
be the first to tell people like I don't know everything, and it was a blessing to meet her because she's really helped me with my situation with Dixie.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a lot better taking her advice. So Lincoln and Hannah, we want to welcome you to the leadership team. We're happy to have you on board. Don't forget, guys, that we will be adding positions to our board of directors. So if you're going to be interested in that, feel free to let us know so that we can start getting to know you on a personal level. And you know, we really just want people that are here to do the same things we're doing. We want
Yes.
you to empower women. We want you to be that voice for a woman who doesn't have a voice yet. And if you don't have a voice, come see us because we're going to give you one.
That's right. That is
I think
right.
it's been really great, everything we're doing, and we just want to let you know that we're not stopping.
Yeah.
Our momentum is just getting better and better and better, and can't stop me now. It's all of our songs. That's our song, I swear. You put it on all our videos, and I'm like,
She's unstoppable. That's what I use a lot of
no,
times.
you don't.
I do.
Can't stop me now. It's that one.
Tell Ash to stick to her daytime job. All
Look,
right.
you know what my daytime job is? Bourbon Boss Babes. Don't get that messed up.
All right.
Well, what else do we got?
I think that's it. We're gonna rock and roll into October.
Rock and roll in October. Well, let us forget that in October we are going to be having a networking event that is going to be costume friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And that in the month of November, we are going to be having a Friendsgiving. And if you bring a covered dish and a dessert, you'll have free admission. We want to get all the Bourbon Boss Babes together and have a meal with them and just talk about what we're thankful for, because me and Valerie are thankful for each and every one of you sticking by our side this whole time. And even for the people that haven't stuck by our side and that are coming back, welcome back. And, you know, we're here to stay.
Yep, that's right. And plus, I feel like, too, when we do this Friendsgiving dinner, you know, like it's good to talk about our goals.
I feel like it's gonna allow our ladies to let their hair down.
Yep.
Put them sweatpants on, ladies, because I'm wearing my sweatpants. And if you see me sitting in front of the turkey, don't ask questions, because it's a lean meat and I can eat it.
That's right. So put those joggers on, put that loose shirt on, let your hair down, and come on.
We're
Come
so
eat with
excited.
us. Yes.
Just come eat. We don't even have to bring your business cards, but you don't have to network. We just want to get together.
Yeah.
We just want to get together and see everyone smile. I just want to eat a turkey leg.
I love it.
Maybe we'll bring the apple pie moonshine. You know, I got connections nowadays. And we'll pass around the mason jar for 2024.
Tell her this is bourbon, not moonshine.
Ma'am.
Good God.
Ma'am, I feel like if it's brown, it's fine. If it was made in Kentucky, it's fine.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe I made it with my own hands. You don't even know.
I don't even know. She may have a still back there in the woods. I don't know.
You can find anything on YouTube.
All right, guys.
Well, we're going to wrap it up. We
Yes.
just wanted to come here and give you our updates. And I want you guys to look forward to October. We got a lot of great things coming.
Yes.
Make sure you're listening to these stories, because all
Yes.
we want is for these girls to get their stories told.
Yeah, so every Monday and every Thursday at noon, there's going to be a new episode out.
She's trying to kill me.
I'm not.
Monday, Thursday.
Yes.
Monday, Thursday. And you know who gets the awesome job with my horrible FuseNet internet to upload podcasts? Ashley. It's okay. I'll make it through. You guys keep on listening to these powerful videos while we pour the bourbon. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.